back to my YouTube channel. Tonight I am here with beautiful Kellyanne and we're going to do a live makeover on her tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on her and explain to you guys kind of what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to start by priming her eyelids. And looking at Kelly, go ahead and close. She has flawless skin and she's very tan, so I think I'm going to do like really bronzy neutrals and very glowy skin on her today. And we're going to do a look that's on the more natural side, but obviously still glam because that's what I love, but something that she can wear day or night. And of course we'll be doing lashes. I love lashes. And we'll just keep playing. It's going to be fun. So I always start by priming the eyes. I like to create a really blank canvas for my shadows to go on. I like to color any discoloration, and I like the shadows to stick a little bit better. So on her skin's a little bit more on the dry side, so I'm just going to use concealer and then set it with powder and then go over top of it with my shadows. I like to use my beauty blender to press it in. I like it to be really even. You don't want to do too heavy of a layer of primer on the eyes because the skin is so thin. It's better if you do all your layers very thin as well.
So does it help like keep the eyeshadow on?
It does, yeah, it'll last so much longer. Do you use the primer usually?
I don't right now.
Yeah, it helps a ton. It makes the shadows look more vibrant too. Like, do you ever put the shadows on and it's like they just feel kind of muddy, or they're not like bright, like you feel like it's not the same color on your skin that it looks like if you do a primer, it won't feel like that. All about primers, and you can buy like specific eye primers. I really like the matte paint pots. I like Urban Decay's primer potion, but with skin that's more on the dry side like yours, unless you have a problem with eyeshadow creasing a lot, you can totally just use your concealer. As long as it's not too creamy, or like the kind that come in a pot. That's probably too creamy. Alright, so now that we have that on, we're gonna get started on her eyes. And I'm going to use all MAC shadows today. So I'm going to go in with pure white, and then one that's kind of frosty just to get a little glow under her eyebrows. And the inner tear duct too. I don't always do, I usually do like a matte shadow to highlight under the brow. But on you, since we're going to do a glowy look, I'm going to do something with a little bit of a sheen. I don't like glitter. Like, I never put glitter, chunky, frosty stuff under the eyebrows, but this is just shiny.
Yeah.
And I like that. So are you the type of girl, do you like love to buy makeup? Do you have lots of different shades, or are you like, I have my 5 colors, I stick to them?
Yeah, I have my 5 colors, I stick to them, and I'm like, I need to broaden my horizon. And I'm like, I need Julie to do my makeup to tell me what to use.
So fun. Well, I'm using like the warm bronzes on you, so go ahead and close. They're probably similar to what you have, but I feel like you can never have too many of the beautiful neutrals.
I know.
And these ones that I'm using on you, you can play with them, and you can do different looks. But these are the best. Like, if I could only have like a couple shadows in my life forever, they would be these ones. So we're mixing Texture by MAC. It's a very bronzy, light neutral color, so it's a perfect crease color, a good transition color. And then Cork. Cork is another one by MAC. I'll show you and I'll show the camera.
Yeah.
So this one's Texture. So it's very bronzy, and it has like orange undertones, which will bring out the little golden flecks in your eyes.
Okay.
But it's not too orange. And then Cork is just like the perfect crease color. The perfect neutral. So I'm gonna go in with like a big fluffy brush, and I'm kind of V'ing your eyes out a little bit. Like, depending on people's eye shape, sometimes I'll do a really rounded crease, and sometimes I'll do more of like an angled hat sort of crease, and that's what I'm gonna do on you today. So really big, pretty eyes. I want to play them up. Okay, so I'm gonna go into a smaller brush. This one is MAC 217. And now I'm going to go in just with Cork and darken up your crease a little bit more.
Okay.
And these colors, like, because they're warm but they're neutral enough, you can do this for anything. Like, I'll do these same crease colors and put like a rose gold on the lid, or a gold, or like a champagne, or even like a pinky color. Like, they work with a lot of different tones. As long as the shadow has warmth in it, these are like the perfect crease colors, yeah. I love them.
And these are like everyday colors to wear too.
Yes, they're perfect for that. You could bronze it up for a night too. Like, these are my good go-to crease colors. And then I just kind of play around with the lid and the eyeliner to make things more dramatic. So I'm gonna do like a medium tone bronze on your lid today. But if you wanted to have a smoky eye, you could do this exact same, like all these steps so far, and then put like a darker brown or bronze on your lid, and then a lot of eyeliner. So pretty already.
Can't wait to see.
I know, I'm so excited. So now I'm mixing cork, that same crease color, and ground brown. So ground brown is like a deeper brown. And this is really nice because it goes as dark as you want it, or you can lighten it up by mixing it with lighter colors like cork. So sometimes I use it for eyeliner or to really smoke out the eyes, but I'm mixing it with cork to lighten it up and just defining your crease a little bit more. And just putting it on like the outer third of your eye just to darken up your lid as well. I don't want the light color over your whole lid. I want to darken up kind of these edges and then put the light color in the middle and on the inside. Love. You have such pretty eyes. Does everyone always tell you they like love your eye color and stuff? It's gorgeous. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my bronzes. This one, I always use this one and I forget the name. Okay, this is Wood Winked. This is like a must-own color. It's so pretty. I'm gonna put this
like shimmery.
Yeah, it's shimmery. And it's brown, but it has like, it's not a boring brown. It's like the perfect brown. Go ahead and close. I'm gonna put it all over your lid. I might darken it up a little bit, but I might just leave. I seriously love this color. So pretty. Open for me. Yeah, that's gonna be your lid color. Super pretty. And it's a shimmer, so it has a little bit of a sheen, which I love. Sometimes I like all matte eyes, but I really love like a shimmer on the lid. I just think it's pretty. I'm all about the sparkles. But this one, this is a good shimmer. Like, sometimes on my mature skin clients, I won't do any glitter or anything because it just accentuates lines. Like, you're obviously not one of those clients, but this is like a good color for them too. It's not too chunky. Okay, so I really am loving the way that looks. It's super pretty. I'm gonna darken up, go ahead and close the edges a little bit more because I do want it to have a little bit more drama because it's a pretty neutral color. I really like that Wood Winked. So I'm gonna take a smaller pencil brush and go back into just this ground brown. Okay. It's like warm it's like a chocolate. And I'm gonna draw like a little baby V on your outer corner. I'm just pressing it in. When you want to lighten the color and blend it, you do little swirls. When you want to darken it, you do pressing, sliding motions. This is a good color. If you go in like with a bigger fluffy brush with ground brown and do it all over your lid, and then put the Wood Winked over top of it, it's like the perfect smoky eye that's like dark and intense, but not too dark at all. I love it. So I'm just drawing this little baby V. I probably start a little bit further out than the center of her eye, and I draw upward, and then I'm just gonna like slightly blend it in with the same brush. So I pack it on, and then when there's not much left on my brush, I just slide it a little bit just to blend it. Awesome. Then I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush, get a little bit more cork, and just blend those two colors together. I'm all about blending. You don't ever want lines. Lines are no good.
I'm hoping to sleep perfect so I can wear my makeup tomorrow to work.
Yes, good plan. Send me a picture.
I'm gonna like sleep like this. Don't mess with my
princess
makeup.
Sleep. Yeah. You should be good at that since you have the lash extensions. I always told people to sleep, but it's so hard. It's so I can't even sleep like that.
You wake up and you're just like...
yeah. I sleep on my face. I didn't when I had the extensions.
You don't know.
Yeah. Or you go to sleep like princess, like on your back, and then you wake up and you're like on your face or something.
Like, oh no. Eyelashes all bent.
Yeah, so sad. So this is bronze. This is like the cousin of Woodwinked that we put on the lid. It's just like a little bit deeper of a shimmer. Mm-hmm. And it has like a little bit more of that chocolate in it. So I'm doing that on like the outer. If we divided your eyes into 4 parts, I'm doing it on like the outer third. Just to blend like that dark color into the light color. I always take my little fluffy brush and just blend everything together. And I love that. And I'm winging it out. I want this to be, I want to have like an uplifting V effect. So I'm pulling the shadow out to about the edge of her eyebrows, and then I'm going to clean it up with concealer after. So we're going to go in, but I'll do that after I do the concealer and everything. So we're going to go in with the black concealer. This is Tarte Clay Paint Liner. It's in black. And this is a cool liner.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's like a mix between a gel and a liquid. Like it squeezes out, but it's not runny like a liquid, but it's like a little more creamy than a gel.
Oh wow.
And it comes with like a little tiny brush for you to put it on with, but I'm going to use an angle brush today. And it's waterproof. Like once it dries, it's good.
It's good.
It's on there. I really love the MAC. This is the 265. It's like an angle brush, and it's like perfect for liner and perfect for brows. And they last forever. I think I got this brush when I was 16. I have many now, but like it's still good. Go ahead and look down. So I'm going to do on you what's called tightlining, and I'm just drawing a black line right underneath your lashes, like right in their roots. Like kind of underneath them and also in between them. And this is going to make your eyes pop and look amazing. Feels a little weird, especially when someone else does it too, but it looks so good.
So what's the difference of like going underneath and over?
So when you go underneath, the lashes just look thicker. When you go on top, like your eyeshadow looks more dramatic.
Okay.
So I'm going to do both on you today. Look down and look at my finger. Can you follow it? Yeah, right there. And I'm going to go all the way to the inner points of your tear duct. Good job. You can blink if you need to. So I like to do this like, I feel like it really intensifies the eyes and it makes them pop almost more than the top liner does. So keep looking down, look over here, perfect. If you want a natural look, you can just go underneath the lashes and not even do like liner on top, and it's a good way to have a completely natural eye look, but still have like the drama to your eyes. Look over this way so you're not looking at the brush. Like, you know how when you have lash extensions and the base of all the lashes is so thick, like your eyes just look really pretty?
That's so true.
This is kind of like the makeup version of that.
I did notice that. I had my lashes. It's almost like you didn't even need like liner.
Yes.
I mean, you could have had like a dramatic, but...
Yeah, you don't. You wake up. Go ahead and close. Yeah, because they were so thick at the base that it looked like a natural liner. And I'm just going to give you like a teeny little baby wing. Like I'm just stamping one little stamp of the shape of this brush, but I don't think I'm going to do a wide cat eye on you today. I just want your eyes, like I want the focus to be on like your bright, pretty eyes. I don't want it to be on like the giant wing. So I'm going to do like a medium thick line on you, not super thin, but definitely not thick. But we are going to do lashes, so I want the liner to be thick enough that it still shows once we get those lashes on. And I do short, when I'm putting on liquid liner or like gel liner on a client, I just do short little stamping motions, and then when there's not as much left on my brush, I do a little slide. But it's total preference. Like when you're doing your own, I do my own this way, but some people like to just do one fluid swipe.
So you do more stamping?
Yeah. Kind of a mixture of both. I just get a really clean, even line that way. Sometimes if you swipe and your angle's a little off, like they'll be different.
Yeah.
So look open for me and look this way. Yeah. Good job. When eyes are open, that's like the best way. Go ahead and close to do the edge because you can see what the little wing is going to look like. So when you're doing your own wing, even if you do a little baby wing, when you do the outside, open your eyes and keep them like looking almost straight ahead. And that's where your eye is like the most neutral. And then you draw your little wing. Go ahead and close. And then you can close or look down or whatever you need to and connect it. But that seems to work the best for most people. Like I said, I'm just doing a little one. For you, I don't want it to look like a wing so much. I just want it to look like an extension of the lash line. Like once you put the lashes on you, it will just widen your eye a little bit. Look forward. Close. Just making sure they're even. That's another reason I like this brush is because it's so sharp and is really pointy, so you can get a nice little clean line. Open. Okay, close. And I'm going to clean up right under the shadow with concealer when I'm done with this. Just getting a little bit more product. This does dry, so when you first put it out, it's pretty wet. And then it dries, so you have to keep adding it to your brush. Go ahead and close. Like when it starts to look like it's not laying down any more pigment, you need more product. Open. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to take a little pointy Q-tip and just swipe under the edge, and then I'm going to clean up all the way under your eyes and start with your foundation. I'm just swiping from like the edge of the bottom of her eye up to her brows to get a nice sharp line. And this will help me know where to lay down the concealer. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, this is just micellar water. And just clean up if you have any fallout under your eyes, which you don't really, but just double check. Usually do your eyes first or your foundation first?
I usually do foundation first. Do you normally do eyes first?
On myself, I usually do foundation first. On clients, I usually do eyes first. I feel like every 2 years I switch. Like every 2 years of doing makeup, I'll do like, cause there's things I like about both. Like when you do foundation first, I like that like their face is a complete blank canvas.
Right.
Because once you take out any skin discoloration, you can really see their eye color. You can see like how their hair color plays into it, and it helps me choose shadows and stuff better. But also, I don't know, I like starting with the eyes better because I can get a really sharp like line of shadow.
Yeah.
Like there's good things with both. And at this point I've been doing it so long, it kind of doesn't matter.
And the eyes usually the hardest part.
That's a good question. I feel like they're the part you can kind of play with the most. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good question. They take the longest, so maybe. When you first start doing makeup, I feel like color matching people is the hardest. Yeah. Because you're used to your own face and your own skin. Like we know ourselves, but when you start working with different undertones and different, I don't know, different things you're correcting. I love it though. I love skin. Like I like natural, soft, glowy skin. Look towards me. So highlighting and contouring is fun too. But eyes, eyes are probably the funnest. That's why I think I love lashes, because I love like
the boom.
Yes, I love it, and I love that like it's even if you do dramatic lashes, it's still more natural than like crazy eyeshadow or something like that. I don't know. I just love it. So I just did a really light layer of foundation. I just wiped it on with a brush, and now I'm buffing it in with the Beauty Blender. Because like I said, you have a really great skin, so I don't think you need super heavy full coverage foundation. And I want you to look really glowy. So I'm going to keep it thin. What do you usually do? What foundation do you like?
I usually use Clinique because it's really thin.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones are these ones again?
This one's Laura Mercier.
Oh, that's right. And is it pretty thin?
It's actually more of like a full coverage, but I just put it on. I like it because it's pretty customizable. Like if I just put on a thin layer on you, you can see a little bit of your skin through it and stuff, or if I did it thicker, it's more full coverage. So it's pretty versatile for like multiple clients. But it's hard. I haven't found like one foundation that is just perfect on everybody, obviously, because everyone's skin's different. So I have actually mixed like a couple different formulas in my own little bottles, and I like the texture that it gives. Are you naturally pretty tan? Like, are you out in the sun a lot, or are you just like beautiful and bronze like all year? You have like the perfect...
No, I think it's from the sun.
Okay, it's like amazing. It's like that.
It's gonna start fading.
Really? Because it's getting colder.
Yeah.
I know. Do you do spray tans ever?
I don't.
Did you do one for your wedding?
You
don't need one. You're like already tan. Yeah.
I had like some tan lines on my back though, like from like the bathing suit.
Oh yeah.
But I don't really think you could tell. I don't know.
I couldn't from your pictures.
Do you normally get spray tans?
I used to. I like the self tanner. I'm like so fair.
Is that where you wear the glove? You're just like from over
you just go down. Totally.
Well, it's convenient because I mean, when you need a tan, you just put it on.
It's awesome. I just do it before I go to bed. Turn my sheets. It always washes out though. Yeah. But it's good. I haven't in a while. Now I'm like embracing the pale. You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I kind of like it. But I like, I really like Saint Tropaz. Like they have that. Have you ever used that one?
Yeah, I think it's foamy, right?
Yeah, they have the foamy and they have the cream, and I think they have like a gel. I like the foam and I like the gel.
The gel.
And they have little pads. Like, have you seen those like mitts you can rub it in with and stuff? And those work okay. Those work best for the foam. But I'm into the gloves. Maybe from all my
Wait, what kind of glove?
Just like I use like the hairdressing, like the plastic ones.
Oh,
or I'll have my husband bring home like dental ones.
Oh, interesting.
But they work for me. Yeah, you totally can. You just have to keep rubbing until it's not streaky.
Yeah, I've always just used the glove.
The glove is good.
Yeah.
I like the glove.
I'll probably do that for winter. Or like a special occasion, you know?
Yeah, oh my gosh, on you it would be so amazing because you're already like bronzy. People like the Jergens, like, it's like a lotion and it just lightly tints you, like the gradual. Did you ever use that?
I haven't.
I'm too fair for it. Like for me, it's like it's orange. Yeah, or it'll give me like spots of orange. I'm like, I have a good routine with my like self tanner when I do it. Lots of options. Go ahead and look up. Remember when like spray tanning started to become a thing, and you were just orange. There was like no way around it. But now you can. I don't know. They have better base shades, like the pinky undertones or like the right color bronze. So I'm gonna use the same concealer and highlight her. I'm gonna highlight down the bridge of her nose. Cute little dot on the tip. And then just like lightly on her forehead, I'm going to do a little bit on her chin. Same thing, just dab it in with my beauty blender. And this is Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and it's very long wearing, and it dries kind of matte, so you really have to work with it quick. Otherwise it looks spotty.
This one's Tarte?
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
Yeah, I think I recognize the stick.
Yeah. And on dry skin, you just want to hardly use any because it can be drying if you put a lot. Just gonna buff in where I highlighted. And I'm gonna add like a really light layer of powder, this translucent powder, and then I'm gonna contour her. So super light. And I want her, do not want her to look too matte, so I'm just doing just the lightest layer. And the reason I'm adding powder is just because I'm gonna do a powder contour on her today. I haven't found a cream palette of contour I love. I feel like on your skin, you actually would, like if we did a cream highlight and a cream contour, that would be perfect. Because then you don't even have to powder. You can just do a setting spray. Are you into that? Do you contour and highlight much?
No, because I don't know how.
It's a learning process for sure.
Because like you don't, like you said, want those lines.
Yes.
And you have to make sure it's like blended.
Yeah. But you get quick, like once you learn the shape that works for your face and like the product you like, you're just kind of doing the same thing every day. And having a good brush too. This is just a fluffy angle brush and it works pretty well. And you also want to be careful when you're contouring. I'm mostly pressing because if I do too many swiping motions, I'm just gonna like lift your foundation. Okay, so I'm doing like a bronzy contour, and then this one's just a complete neutral. So the complete neutral I'm gonna do in your cheekbones and on your jawline. So we're just gonna carve out your cheekbones, and then I'm gonna go back and blend it. And you have a little bit more of a square face shape, so I'm going to contour. I'm going to bring your jaw down at kind of like an angle. That's another thing too, like you can, that's like the fun thing about contour is you can play with face shapes and stuff like that, but I think that's the intimidating thing for people too. Yeah. It's like, what am I doing? Like, where do I put these lines?
Where do they go?
Totally. It helps to take photos, like if you do play around with it and stuff like that, take a picture because then you can kind of see like more than just looking in the mirror. Turn towards me a little bit. Perfect. So I'm mixing the bronze and that neutral. So usually with the contour, you want it to look like a shadow. So you usually do more of a cool neutral toned, and then I like to go up after and warm everything up with the bronzer. I like the face to look bronzy. Towards me. Perfect. Since I've been doing it so long, I kind of just do both as I go. Like I do more bronze on the forehead, and then I do more of the neutral in the cheekbones and the jaw and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a little bit on your nose. So for the nose, I do not do a dark contour if I contour it. I'm gonna do, this is Makeup Forever in shade 140, and it's a really nice, like, it's kind of like a light medium color. Like, this might be too light for you, but it's definitely, yeah, it's a little too light for you. Let's do, if I go in on the nose contour with as dark of a color as I do on the face, it looks too much for me. Too much in person. It looks like great in photos, but too much for just walking around. I'm just using a teeny little powder brush and just drawing straight lines. I'm going to add some highlight to this too, and sometimes I connect it with the brows. And then if you want to soften it, you can just go over it with your powder brush. And now let's add your highlight. This is Becca, the Champagne Pop. Becca has really great highlighters. They're very glowy without being like chunky. Sparkly and stuff like that. Do you like using highlighters?
You put it on right under here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You actually put it like top of your cheekbone, so you don't want to do it under the eye, but like right here.
Right there.
Yeah. Which ones do you like? Do you have one that you love?
I don't have one. Is this your favorite?
I really like it. I have a ton I like. I really have been into highlighters lately, but this one's great. Anything Becca. This one's like perfect on you because it has kind of those golden undertones, which are just so pretty on you. I'm doing a good amount, just right on the cheekbone. And then I bring it down a little bit because I want it to mix with the blush. And I do it before the blush because I like the blush and the highlight to melt together. So I want it to look like your skin is just glowy. I like the blush to look like your lip from within. I'm going to do it above your lip just a little bit too. And right down the bridge of your nose. A teeny little dot on the, on the tip. It does that cute little button nose look. Okay. And sometimes on the nose I'll go over it with powder a little bit so it's not too shiny. Okay, so now let's finish the eyes and then we'll do the lips. So I'm going to take a Q-tip, go ahead and look up, and just clean out if she had any. Actually, I want my pointy Q-tips. I love these. They're like
I've never seen these.
Dense and pointy. They're like
cute.
Perfect. But they're tiny. They're like the little, little eyes. Look up. Little eye area. So perfect.
They sell those at Target?
I don't know. I got these at like a makeup supply store, but I bet they would, because I think they're pretty common. Or like beauty supply store.
Beauty supplies.
Or Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get anything. I love them. They're perfect. That's what I cleaned up your little wing with too. They're awesome. Like they're so good to have for makeup. Okay, I'm going to go, now that I have her under a concealer on, I'm going to go back to my shadow palette and I'm going to do work on her under eye just a little bit. So I'm going to take my pencil brush and go into Cork. This was the color that was like our best friend for your crease. Look up for me. And I'm just going to dust it all the way under her eyes just to bring a little bit of dimension under there. I like the way that looks, and then I'm going to put a shimmer on top. So just all the way under, and this is a nice, like soft neutral color. So you're just kind of putting a little shadow under your eyes, and then I'm going to go over it with Wood Winked, that same like shimmer that we mainly did all over your lid, because I like a little bit of a glow into the eyes. I think it's pretty. Wood Winked is really pretty on like lighter eyes like yours too, like the blue. I feel like, because it's a neutral color, so it doesn't detract from your eyes, but it has like enough gold in it that it makes the eye color pop. All right, and then I'm gonna take another pencil brush, go in, let me see, and go into that ground brown and just do a line just right in her lash line on the outer edge. Just darken that up a little bit. And then I'm going to put the same color on her bottom water well. I'm going to clean up the black under there. Look up for me. That tart color, or the liner we did, when it's wet, sometimes it can transfer if you tightline with it. Okay, so I'm going to take my angle brush and my ground brown. And I'm going to, look up for me, I'm going to press it into her waterline. So this is going to darken up her eye look. She's going to bring a little bit of drama to her eyes. And it's light enough, it doesn't, like, on her for this look, I like this better than doing this with the black. Sometimes when you do black all around your eyes, like, that's all you see. You're like, oh, nice eyeliner. Like, I like to smoke it a little bit by using, like, playing with brown too. And you don't want to put too much in your brush, it's just going to fall everywhere. So I just touch my brush to the shadow and then pack it right on the lid until I run out of color, and then same thing. Look up for me. Just darken up right under there. That liner is spotty. Alright, now that we have that on, it is time for lashes.
Woohoo!
And these, I know, my favorite part. These are House of Lashes. These are Dollhouse, I believe, and they're really pretty, and I hardly ever use them. They're not one of my go-tos, but when I do, I'm like, oh, I love those. I should use them more.
What are your go-tos?
I love a lot of Ardell. Like I do their Wispies a lot. I like Red Cherry 43s. Actually, probably my most go-to, those are like my go-to naturals. My most go-to for clients is House of Lashes, but it's like more dramatic. Like I really like the iconic lights are really pretty. They have a ton that I really like. So I put black glue on these because I used black liner on her. I want to keep everything dark. And this is the House of Lashes glue. It's really good.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen black glue.
Really?
Yeah.
It's nice. If you're new to lashes, you won't love it because if you mess up and you like touch higher than you want to go, you'll have like a black line.
Yeah.
But once you get the hang of it, like I put lash on every day and I have clients that do it every day and you just know where to pop them. Then the black glue is nice because it looks like eyeliner. So you could skip eyeliner and just do fake lashes with black glue and you'll look like you're wearing it. Look down for me, but don't close. I'm just going to put it right on the bottom of her lash line, right up against her skin. And it just goes on. If you do it right at the right moment, it just goes on perfect. The glue is tacky, not too wet, not too dry. And it's just going to stick right to her lid. Perfect. So while that dries, you can Just don't close. You can totally blink and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna grab the other one, same thing. And with your glue, I've had so many people lately just tell me their lash troubles. And
So
what were you gonna say?
When you put these on yourself, do you still look down?
I tilt my head back, so I have a mirror ahead of me and I tilt my head back, and that's the exact same as looking down.
Okay.
It just flattens out your lid and it keeps it, like if you close, your eyes change shape and sometimes the pressure will pop the lash off.
Okay.
So that's why. So I try not to like close my eyes for a long time until they're dry. And the right amount of glue is important too. You want to do definitely enough so that they stick, but not so much that when you press it to your skin, it spreads out everywhere.
So excited to see.
I know, yay! I like these lashes on you. They're like in between natural and dramatic. They're more on the natural side, but they're fairly dense. Like some of my natural go-tos have a little bit more space in between each lash, so they look a little more wispy, but I just think your eyes are pretty. I want them to have some drama. You can use your fingers to put on the lashes. I use tweezers because I have long nails. But while they're drying, I just make sure they're pressed. The inner and outer corners are like what's gonna lift when you're putting them on, so just keep an eye on those. Perfect. Okay, so while that dries, I'm gonna do your lips, and then I'm gonna go back and add mascara.
Okay.
Maybe curl them. I actually don't think so, but maybe. We'll see. So I'm gonna do MAC lipstick in Velvet Teddy. Have you worn that shade before?
I don't think I have. Velvet Teddy.
Yeah. It's so pretty. It's like a nice neutral, but it's like a more deep than a nude. So you have some like life to your face.
Yeah.
But it's so pretty. Yeah, I really like it. Can you grab a lip brush? Just go in. I put a little bit of a balm on her before we started. So always before I go live, I like prep my client's skin. So I asked her what her skin type was, and she said it was more dry. So I put like a really hydrating moisturizer on her. I did a couple layers, and then I did a lip balm. So while I'm doing her eyes, all of that can sink in. So before I start her skin, it's already very hydrated. And I used to like love makeup primers. I would use a ton of them, but now I feel like if you prep the skin well, you don't always have to do a primer. Sometimes like a moisturizer is enough. Unless someone's oily, then I'll do like an oil control primer. Because sometimes when people have oily skin, they're actually like kind of dry, like they're dehydrating their skin so much that they're like naturally producing more oil to compensate. A little fuzz. Yeah, this color is super pretty on you. Velvet Teddy is the winner. It's good on blondes. It's good on everybody, but like I especially love it on blondes for some reason. I use a lip brush on clients to keep it sanitary, but obviously you can just do it straight from the container and it's faster. I love it. Even with my own lipstick, sometimes I'll depot them like this. Like I just cut the top off and then I press it into this container, and then you can see
so cool.
every color you have.
That's clever.
Yeah. I like it.
It does never dry out?
No, they don't. Like if you have like a liquid lipstick, like anything that comes in a tube would dry out, but the lipsticks, because they're green, they don't ever dry out. They do have a shelf life. Like when you buy makeup, it will say on the back how long it's good for. But usually you can just tell, like if the product ever changes color or texture or it like smells weird, like it's time to get yeah. But lipsticks, most makeup actually lasts fairly long, except for mascara and eyeliner. Dry out. Mascara you're supposed to be tossing fairly often anyways, just because the eye area harbors more little growth organisms and stuff like that, because you're dipping the wand in and out so much. That's like whenever anyone does your makeup, like make sure they're using a disposable. Like if they're putting the wand from the tube on you, that's like scary. It's like, no good. You're like, whose eyes is that?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Okay, I'm just finishing shaping her lips. I might add a little bit of a gloss. I'm not sure. I just Love this color. Just gonna define the top a little bit more. Perfect. Depends on the look. Sometimes I like a gloss, like if the color's not 100% right for me, like if I want it to be warmed up a little bit or lightened a little bit or darkened a little bit, then I'll add a gloss. But I think I really just like this shade and it's purity on me, so I'm not going to do a gloss. It'd be pretty though if this looks, yeah, glowy. Sometimes I feel like lipstick is more formal looking or more like kind of put together, more done up. And if you do a gloss, it softens it a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want more of a natural look. And then I'm gonna add blush and then do your mascara. I like to do blush after I do lipsticks because then I can see the balance of the face. Like I can look at you and see how dark your eyes are, how dark your lips are, and decide how much to put on. I'm gonna do Warm Soul by MAC, just right on your apples. And I just like kind of a dense, actually kind of a small blush brush, and I like to just place it right where I want it, depending on the person's face shape, and then I flip it around where there's no product, and I just dust the edges. You buff it out. This is a pretty color. This one's Warm Soul. Yeah, but it goes really well with a lot of things because it's kind of bronzy and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's really pretty. It looks good with the neutrals, like the warmer neutrals or the golds. It actually looks really good with the red lips too, because it's kind of that bronzy color. So pretty. Awesome. Let's do your mascara. This is Too Faced Better Than Sex. And it's super good.
Is that your favorite?
I really like it. I like this one, and I like, I think it's by Tarte. I think it's the Tarteist Pro or Tartlet or something like that. That one's really good. And then I really like L'Oreal Voluminous too. That one's good. But this one's pink, so that's
yeah.
I don't like pink. Look down for me. What's your favorite?
What was it by? I think by L'Oreal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all black stick. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that one's voluminous.
Voluminous,
it's so good. They have really good formulas, L'Oreal does, with their mascaras. They came out with a new one that I think is supposed to be like a dupe for the Too Faced. I think it even has like a pink bottle.
Ooh.
I think it's called Lash Paradise or something like that. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard good things about it.
I need no mascara, so I'm gonna check it out.
Yes. Yeah, mascara, I like high-end and I like drugstore. I found that that's like the one product where like for sure you can go drugstore and get like a great product. We are live, guys, so if you have any questions, you can comment below and I will answer a couple. Go ahead and look up for me. And I love bottom mascara too. Like I said, I'm all about the lashes. So I do top and bottom. Go ahead and look up. I usually just use, I don't want the bottom lashes to be too clumpy, so I usually just use like what's left on my wand. Like I'll really coat the top lashes, and then when I have just a little bit left, I'll go and I'll get those little guys on the bottom. But most people have thicker bottom lashes than they think. Like you just have to keep wiggling it to separate them. Because if they're too piecey, spiky, it looks like you have like 5 lashes. You need to blink.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay, good.
Okay, go ahead and look up. You're doing awesome. I feel like when I do clients like in real life, I'm very mindful about like their blinking. I'll be like, okay, blink, let's take a break. When I'm live, I'm like trying to talk and do it. Yeah, I forget to give you blinking breaks. But everyone's done pretty good. I must not be doing too bad. Okay, while I clean up under your eyes, I'm going to see if we have any questions. I'll pull up the YouTube, make sure my sound's off. One time I answered questions and I could like hear myself talking. It was weird. And there's like a little bit of a delay too. So if you ask a question now, it'll pop up in just a little bit. Let's see. Actually, I'm having a problem pulling the chat up. You pull it up for me? Go ahead and look up. I was opening the link from Facebook and it doesn't always pull the chat up because you're not logged in.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're watching and you want to ask questions, you have to be logged into YouTube. It's kind of a pain because the chat doesn't stay up. Like the chat will be here when we're live and then it goes away. So I'm going to start on your eyebrows while we get that pulled up. So this is a MAC eyebrow pencil. This is lingering. So she has like awesome brows. Like you really do. You don't have like most people have like a little patch or like an area you need to work with. Like you have great brows.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to touch them up. I'm going to define your arch a little bit. The one thing I did before we went live, I plucked a couple hairs. Like I lifted your tail a little bit just to bring it. Like you want the tail in this part to be even. Yeah, there's like that delayed sound. So I actually really like this color. So this is lingering. And my blondes and my brunettes and even we did it on redhead last night, and it's a really good color. It's just not good if you have really dark hair.
Lingering.
It's super good.
From MAC?
Yep, it's MAC. Have you heard of BoxyCharm, like the makeup subscription? So you pay, I think it's 15 or 20 a month, and every month they send you like a box of like surprise products, but they're like full size. And they give you always like an eyeshadow palette. I got this like, I think like 5 things, but I love it. Like, cause they're always really good products. And this came in my box this month. And I really like it. It's like a present every month.
That's awesome. $15?
I think so. It's 15 or 20.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal though.
Yeah, it's good. And you take like a little survey at the beginning of the month, or like when you sign up, and so they try to match your skin tone and stuff like that. Okay, someone asked what eyeshadow primer we used. So on Kelly, I actually just used Tarte Shape Tape as a primer. So I laid it over her lid, and then I buffed it in with my Beauty Blender, and then I put Laura Mercier translucent powder over it to set. So that actually is a really good primer unless you have very oily eyelids and you crease, or you want it to be super long wearing, like for an event or a wedding or something like that. Then I would use a MAC Paint Pot or Urban Decay Primer Potion, because those are a little more sticky. But the Tarte Shape Tape works great. I use it on almost everybody. Okay, I really like that. I'm just gonna buff in a little bit more. Oh, hey, Melissa. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm going to take a angled brush. Maybe I'm going to be used on my angled brushes today. Okay, I'm going to use this little shader brush, but usually I would use an angle brush. And I'm going to go in with like this medium brown, but it's almost like a taupe. It's like a really cool, but it's a light color. And I'm just going to like fill in your outer edge, just like bring a little more drama to your brows. I like to add powder over pencil on clients just to soften it up, and because like in our studio right now, all the lights we have on are so bright, it kind of washes everything out. But for like just a normal day, you don't need to use like this many products. You could just do the pencil or just do the powder or something like that. Awesome, Miss Kelly.
Yay.
You're all done. I'm so excited to show you. I'm going to grab you a mirror after I take your hair
out.
So
excited to see it.
I know.
Yay.
I love your blonde. Your tone is really pretty.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You look at your
like
eyes.
A new person.
Amazing.
Wow.
You're so glowy and
look
beautiful.
Look at those eyes.
I
wow.
love your eyes.
That's
Those
amazing.
colors are made for you.
You did amazing, Julie. Thank you.
Thanks for being my model.
Everything.
I love everything too.
It's perfect.
I really like that. You need that highlight color. Champagne.
Yeah.
It was made for you.
The eyelashes, the liner, it looks so good.
Those are good lashes on you. I need to use those more. Dollhouse. House of Lashes.
They're amazing.
They're really pretty.
I'm like, where am I going to go to now? I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you guys for watching. It was super fun. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and come visit every Monday through Thursday, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. I do live makeovers, and next week I'm going to start doing hair too. So it's going to be fun. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks, guys.